Baby Blue Baddies focused episode this week, considering they were the only side representing Manchester City last week. But when we recorded last Tuesday, I had mentioned how after the League Cup win against Everton, Jade Rose big upped herself in a way that intrigued me. So here we are. I have it queued up. Let me know what you hear.
Able to give minutes to maybe our younger, less experienced players that are new to the league like myself, and then also give our regular starters a little bit of a rest, a well-deserved rest. But yeah, I think that it's great to be able to grow the experience in the team and to ultimately come out with the win. I think that shows the depth of the squad that we have, and even when we do make substitutions, that the level's not dropping. It's, if anything, being raised.
She said she's raising levels. I ain't mad at it.
I think that shows the depth of the squad that we have, and even when we make substitutions, that the level is not dropping. If anything, it's being raised. Talk your stuff. I love it.
Listen, she in the film room too. She see the same thing that everybody else see, and she's like, "I'm better than that."
It is Eartha Cummings was next to her, and you see Eartha, she kind of is like looking away, just listening to what she's saying, and then when she got to that last, she kind of goes like like, wait, what? What did she just say? She was just like, what? She was like, oh, let's go, shaking things up, and then sure enough, the week after, this week, she starts again. Just shout out to her. I'm not trying to be entirely messy, but I just felt like I wanted to play it. I won't be messy at this moment with this particular set of players. How about that? I'll phrase it that way.
All I'm saying is it is UK Black History Month.
So that's all I was doing.
I always forget it's October and they get 31 days. I'm so jealous. Dang it. Oh my gosh. That's not fair.
It's not right.
Well, shout out to them.
You know the vibes. Shady gang, shady gang, shady gang. Hey, and welcome to episode 153, season 5, Shades of Blue.
This is culturally inappropriate.
We are the most comprehensive show about Manchester City, covering both the men's and women's game, spanning both sides of the Mason-Dixon line. We making art over here, capitalize the A. I am CrunkChocolate. I'm here with the show bros, Sharpie Charlie, Tarik, Thom Bomb. How's it going? How you doing? How you feeling?
Feel wonderful. Had a day off. I haven't taught a child since Wednesday. It's been like a fall break, so I am ecstatic. Looking forward to finishing off the night with y'all and this Monday Night Football doubleheader. It's been great.
Is this your fall break right now?
They made it into one. It was like conference day Thursday, professional development, and then today was the holiday for Indigenous people. So it's like any day I don't have to teach a child, feels like a day off.
Yeah.
And so
I know my wife and kids here, they had Friday off, they had Monday off, and so then they go back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that was their
time.
little mini fall break.
Yep. Nothing like it.
That must be nice for them and for y'all, for you
Right.
specifically, Charlie, because Monday hard. Like it just seemed like everybody over the age of 50 that came in were not pleasant to deal with, and that is the kindest thing that I can say about them.
Oh,
Tarik, how everything your way, man?
I can't complain, man. I'm a little tired. It's a long day, like Tom says. It's been a long day, but glad to be here, man. And I'm glad that we are halfway through this international break. Players are gonna start coming back, getting ready for the weekend. So I'm all good, man. I can't
let's
complain.
go. Yeah, good
Some of them
weekend.
come back.
Yeah, shout out to Lars, killing it. Thank you, the third child, for our intro. He actually has a DJ set that he's doing later this month that I will be going to. I'm looking forward to that. If you're watching on YouTube, like that video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment on what you thought on the episode. If this is your first time here, if you're listening, audio only experience. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, any of those podcast streaming services that allows you to rate. We need that 5 stars. Whatever the best rating you can give us, please and thank you. Give us that. Leave a review. Say some nice words. That's the best way to help the podcast. That is free. If you want to help us, the podcast grow, and also get so much amazing content, subscribe to our Patreon. The $6 tier will get you our weekly episodes. So you're probably watching this now, listening to this now on Wednesday. It drops Monday, immediately after we record for our Patreon members. We do our match previews. So for Everton, bringing on the buddy Braden. He's an Everton fan. Ashley from last week came on for Liverpool Women. That was the first time that she was on. It was a very good conversation. And then so many episodes of Chop It Up, or interview series, or just conversation series that's coming out. We have 50 Plus Donor, which should be out already by the time most of you guys are listening, so check that out. Talk some German football. They have an episode with Daps and Tom Harrison talking Manchester City. The homie Santi Boaza, he came on talking Argentinian football, learned about Liga Profesional. That was a great conversation. For international break, bringing on Jane. She's the secretary of Manchester City Women's Official Supporter Group. Going to talk about our Baby Blue Baddies. Bringing on Douglas Reyes Cerrone, famous alert. He's going to come on. We're going to talk just all sorts of sports. He's a true sports sicko. Like there are not many that are sickos like Douglas is. Like that man.
I have never met someone that is so knowledgeable about so many different sports.
It's wild.
Like he can talk to you about Premier League, MLS, NWSL, NHL, NFL, college football. Like it's his depth of knowledge is crazy.
There's a quote for that. Ball is life. It don't matter the ball or the track.
Right?
Dope stuff.
And Jack Gone, the Daily Mail's Jack Gone. I'm gonna have him on for the second time this season. I think this has been like the 6th, 7th, 8th time. He's just family. He's the homie. But it's been a couple months, month and a half at least, since the last time he's been on. Plenty to talk about. He's had a couple of really good articles out this season that people are responding very well to, and it brings joy to my heart to see how people are just really enjoying what he's doing. So I normally do not big up the Daily Mail, but he is one of the humans who's there doing great work for the Daily Mail. We have plenty to talk about this episode. We have a preview, score predictions for our City men's game against Everton, which I don't know, without Jack Grealish, Gucci Jack, I I don't know what Everton's gonna do. Then we have Shaka and applause, and then we're gonna end the episode just talking Baby Blue Baddies. We got the match, the win at Liverpool at Anfield. Or at least one side of the Manchester City knows how to win at Anfield. So that's nice. That's nice. Got to see Gareth Taylor again. That was an experience. Then we look forward to their match next Sunday in the Subway Cup at Newcastle United. Okay, let's just talk City men and get this done and over with. Shout out to everybody who did their thing, killing it in international duty. Holland with Norway securing their spot in the World Cup. Uzbekistan, they're going to be in the World Cup for the first time. That's super exciting. Marmoush and Salah with his brace that secured Egypt's place in the World Cup. That is just very nice.
Shout out Cape Verde.
Yes, Cape Verde too. Yes. That's also their first time in the World Cup. Shoot. Who I was about to make fun of somebody, but I do not remember who. So, oh well. We'll keep it moving, but I'm just happy everybody is returned back somewhat healthy. Rico Lewis played for England's U21. Nico Riley got a call up due to an injury. It was really nice. Stones got some playing time. He came back healthy. Well, I guess we'll find out.
He's a backup center back. He'll be fine.
We got hurt, so that's what it.
Yeah. Shouts to Kovac though. Kovacic played 69 minutes for Croatia. So he is officially back.
He did pretty well from the stats.
Yeah, so excited for that. And Vardiol only played 30, which is great. It's like, oh, look at that. Give my boys some rest. You didn't need it against, I think they played Gibraltar.
Oh.
It didn't matter. Yeah. So we're looking to be in good shape. I like the way the squad looks. And all we got to do is see. Wait, Turkey. He's the one person I haven't seen play, even though I know he's been training. But like everybody else seems like, and Nuri, those are the two who are left. Because I don't think Nuri played. I didn't see anything that he was playing.
Yeah, I don't think he played for Morocco.
Yeah.
He's still returning from injury, but even I'm okay with it. I'm so okay with it. Let our players rest. There's a mad dash of games coming up. Let's try to have our players back healthy at their best so we can continue this very strong run that the lads have been making. Everton, shout out to them. You know, the Toffees, they're doing their thing. They have played very well this year. David Moyes, he's doing his. What I think is hilarious is West Ham kind of blamed him for their struggles, and they got rid of him. They continue to struggle, but he is over at Everton doing his thing. They are finding joy. He has them playing beautiful football.
Crunk, is it beautiful? Or is it just
what? What is there? Obviously, score prediction. It is beautiful that they are not playing, that they're winning. It's not West Ham football. It is. I mean, it's Everton. So will it ever be beautiful football?
Yes, and West Ham never had anyone as productive or as creative as Jack Grealish in their squad. And I'm not saying that, like, I think that Jack Grealish is like peak Leo Messi, and I think that he is far more creative than any player that Moyes had in his last year at West Ham.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think, sadly, you had that combination that year when they went to London. You had, when they went to Europe, you had a combination with like Declan Rice and Paquetá and like those boys together, and Jerick Bone was in full form. Like that was the best it got at West Ham. And then once the allegations hit, Paquetá took a hit, took a dive, it all fell apart. Kudus is ready to go.
Rice left.
Yeah, so they had that moment, and then it just dissipated as it normally does for mid-table clubs. But yeah, Everton's been winning. They have a +2 goal difference. Have the same amount of goals scored as Crystal Palace. Only they're 8th in the table, tied with Chelsea. Like it's a really great start to the year. It's only 7 matches out of a 38-match season, so I don't expect them to stay 8th, and I don't expect them to win this week. Come on now, they haven't beaten us since 2017. Just in case you didn't want to check it out on FODMOB. Like, it's been so long. We're not losing to Everton, bro.
And Jack can't play. Like, we had this discussion, like, when he first transferred there. It's like,
yeah,
Jack Grealish, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. You do that math. That math ain't math. We're not losing.
Nope, not with the form Holland's in.
Grealish
10 matches straight.
Yeah. He leads the team. He has the 4 assists for Everton. The next person is Ndiaye in Dewsbury Hall with 1 assist. They're losing a big amount of their goals. The ball moves through Grealish. Like anytime they get the ball, it's immediately swung over to Grealish to have him do his thing. It's just constantly fed through him. I will be very interested in how that will go, what will happen. But yeah, I'm with Sharpie. Well, I don't expect City to lose this game, especially with like Foden getting rest on top of it. He didn't get the call up. I know he wants to prove that he deserves to be in this World Cup squad. Haaland's going to continue the good vibes. He only had to play 1 of Norway's games. He's rested and ready to go. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing more names on the bench that have been away for a little bit. See what we can get for rotation. Have a more deep of a squad. Yeah, I think City should win by 2. I know, and even 2, that's probably going to be a lot because Everton's going to make this a very ugly game. I could see them trying to play for a draw, and no team will admit that they're trying to play for a draw. But I think, yeah, most definitely. I mean, Tarik, what are you thinking? What are you expecting from this match?
We're at home too, right? So they're going to come in. They're going to try to just keep it tight, keep it compact, and force us to try to break them down. We have to be clinical, though. We have to take our chances. We cannot, because we are good for letting goalkeepers put on world-class like performances. So we got to make sure that Pickford's not quote unquote standing on his head in this match. So, but I think to your point,
I ain't worried about short arms.
Yeah, I'll say, but I mean, it's those weird goalkeepers that just have great matches against us for some reason. We put the ball right at them most times, and so we have to be clinical. Like you said, Haaland's in a really good vein of form, so hopefully he just comes in, does his thing, puts 2 past them, and we move on and call it a day. I remember the last time we played. I don't know if it was the last time. I remember Njai, I think is how you say his name. I don't know, but getting a goal against us. I think it was late. I don't know. But it was kind of heartbreaking because like they didn't deserve that, and they got it anyway. So we can't leave them opportunities. We can't let them hang close. We just got to go in, smack them up from the start, put them away, and move on. I'll be interested to see the young kid Tyler Dibbling though. Who's kind of been playing in the 10 while Jack's been out on the left. Be interested to see what he does because I believe he's got pretty, highly acclaimed. We'll see if he's up to the challenge or not, but we should win. I'll say 2 goals, 2-0, because I feel like we should be 2 goals better than them.
I wish I could echo that sentiment. And listening to you talk, everything you said is true. But this has that feeling of the Everton game from December of 23. and I only remember this because it's the only time I went to the casino at home, and I put a big bet on Man City to win, and it took like a last like late 90th minute goal from like Bernardo Silva or something to like win 1-0. And something gives me that vibe. Even though we're at home, I think we get a clean sheet, but I don't know we score a bunch on them. Like they're just super solid defensively. Moyes that's what he does. Even without Grealish, right? They have no desire to attack. They're not going to try to get caught out. It might be the most comfortable game we play in a while because we don't have to worry about being pressed man to man. So I have a tight 1-0. Would I love 3-0? Of course, but I'm going to go in with.
I said 2.
Oh, you said 2.
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I want more, of course, but like I think 1-0 is a beautiful game. Like if we do the same thing that we did against Brentford, great. Get an early goal, we shoot some, just don't concede, and then you win. Like I don't know. I just want that to be a case.
Part that makes me nervous. Even though we've been much better defensively
since Donnarumma came.
Yeah, with Donnarumma in there. So maybe I shouldn't be, but I'm still a little scarred, and I'll admit it.
That's real. Trauma's real. It doesn't go away fast. So I'll go to 1. I'll go 1-0 prediction.
I got 2-1.
Yeah. I mean, Everton, they have Beto. If he wants to play football, he can be really great. He's horrendously inconsistent. Like, so, I mean, there's that. And then Ilman Ndiaye, he's decent. He just needs to learn what it means to be the guy. Yeah, I mean, the midfield, very meh. Defense, hey, we get another chance to see. Oh, I forgot Brentwaite, he's injured. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was hoping we were going to be able to see him. I feel like every match he's listed as doubtful. I feel like every match
this week.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like every match that we see him play is like an audition for us. Like, and he'll just be the next John Stones.
I want the double white combo of Adam Wharton and Jared Braithwaite.
Yeah.
You give me those two Englishmen, god damn it, we are cooking. That's what I want to see. Give me some good old English lads. Proper Englishmen. Just go raid Crystal Palace and Everton. Just like we did Bournemouth and Everton back in the day.
Yeah, Wharton looks good.
Let's go. Yeah, Wharton looks very good. Yeah, he's somebody that I would very much enjoy on the squad. Braithwaite, as much as I enjoy him, I just worry if we bring him in, then it's all over for like Vitor Hayes, and there's Juma Ba, who, if he gets enough playing time, I would like to see him. Like, I don't think he's ready to consistently play next season, but he would be able to play the Carabaos, if we clinch early enough in the Champions League, those last 2 or 3 games, he could be able to make an appearance or 2 FA Cup early games against the second, third, fourth tier squads. I'm just hoping for those guys.
I feel so cold when I say this, but I expect them to be sold.
ASAP.
Yeah. I think they're just going to be sold for profit. Very much in like the
that's real though. I mean,
the Maximo Perron like mode where it's like,
it's
you came
for teams
but you left. Like even Echeverry, like there's no space for Echeverry.
Right.
Like,
well,
do you want him or do you want Adam Wharton? I'm gonna take Adam Wharton.
You want, and because Adam Wharton is a bigger value in that he is like a homegrown player, so like you need that for your squad tally.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it would be unfair to think or to assume that the vast majority of them are going to make it. But I think Vitor Hayes, for all, as bad as Girona may look, he's playing pretty much every match starting going. So he's getting plenty of minutes, getting plenty of rep, playing in a top level league. So I think that what we'll see next year is we'll see Stones leave. Maybe, I don't know. Probably Ake stays. you'll start seeing people need space being created. So we'll see. Again, may not make it, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did. He was so highly rated coming out of Argentina, so we'll see.
Oh man, as excited as I am a little worried about all these guys who come and instantly go on loan. Yeah, we all think you should win, be close. It is what it is. Let's keep it moving. I mean, does anybody have anything for shot call on applause? So, I mean, it was international break.
I got one shot because I had a bet on it and it pissed me off. Iceland drew with France. Like, who would have ever thought that was going to happen? It was actually ridiculous. Like, Iceland scores first in like the first 20. France scores 2, like 2 minutes apart in the 60 to 70th minutes, and then Iceland gets the tying goal. And I was like, France, what are you doing? Like, I know you don't need this game, but have some pride. Good Lord. I mean, but congrats to Iceland, do the clap and all that stuff. Good job.
I know I said it at the top of the show, but congratulations to Cape Verde I believe that they're second smallest nation ever to qualify for the World Cup. So that's a big deal. Shout out to them.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Angel City actually won a match. I mean, it's not really doesn't matter in the long run of anything. I don't even really want them to make it to the playoffs, but they've made a couple of player acquisitions where maybe they could do something. But this is the best football I've seen them play. It just sucks that it's at the end of the season. Yeah, that's all I got.
Strauss just needs a little bit more time. I think he'll get them going in a right direction. Losing Alyssa Thompson hurts a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but they should be just fine. And besides, do you really want them to come to Kansas City? And that be, although I will say that, like, other than North Carolina, their goal difference against Current is the second best of any team in the league. -2.
No. Hey, and I would, if they made the playoffs and had to face Kansas City, I obviously would have no expectations, but I think I would try to move some things around and get down to that game.
Definitely.
That would be one I would love to see. Okay. Speaking of Woso, so angry right now. Or not?
He's been having
Baby Blue Baddies. So it's been Liverpool's custom to play us at Anfield for the past couple of seasons. I think this is the third straight season that they have hosted us at Anfield. I think the last match that they hosted at Anfield was the season opener against Everton, and they got smacked 5-1. Liverpool is not good. They literally do not have any points at all. Although I will say that they should probably feel hard done by from last week and their loss against London City, because they got he-slipped real bad. Emily Heaslip gave a penalty that should not have existed. And it was almost a ball don't lie moment in that the ball just hit the underside of the crossbar, and then when it bounced in. It seems like not Seb Hines has gotten the message about starting Jade Rose. Even raising the level. I mean, I think that's probably a comment that he heard as well. Maybe not necessarily in words, but probably based off of results on the pitch and in training. So that's been nice to see Jade Rose getting these last two starts. She started along with Greenwood, Kasparai, and Wahhabi, Yamashita in goal, Yui Hasegawa, Blinkilde Brown, and Viv Miedema in the midfield. Iman Benet got a start on the left wing, which meant that we did not have to start Grace Clinton on the wing, which is probably the smart thing. Abba Fagino, and then Bunny Shaw up top. Go ahead.
I have a few clips
Yes.
before we get going. Well, and then also Clinton wasn't even available, so that was something that was a little jarring. I listened to the pre-match presser, and again, he was asked who's available and talked about the mood, players' emotions before he got to, no him, no Carolyn, no Bex, but everyone else should be fine. And then there was no Grace Clinton. It was a little thrown off. But this was one of those things before the match. I was like, good on Jeggy for saying these things and talking about this. But in hindsight, after the match, you could tell that, hey, he saw into the future and he gave us a little bit of foreshadow.
Facing a team that is really hunting is not easy. So if we just go down 10% from the performance against Arsenal, we will be in trouble.
And that's exactly what they were. They were 5-10% off. And then seeing Gareth Taylor on the sidelines as the ops. You know what's nice? I saw him that way, and now it's nice to actually be able to see him that way. Just one last parting shot at him. It's all up now. Do your thing over at Pool. But was Jeggy worried about facing a manager who knows the players so well?
It's not about he's knowing a lot about our players. It's how we can perform. I think that no matter if you have been coaching these players or whatever, you get so much information in videos and whatever. So I think that there is no secrets anymore in that. So it doesn't matter his background with the team. All coaches will be able to get everything in detail, both figures and numbers and the clips.
Who cares that he was on the sidelines with these players? That don't mean nothing. I can know about this squad just from clips and whatever. Like, I love it. And then lastly, he was asked how he has brought new energy into the squad.
My leadership is about creating a team where everybody feels that they can contribute to the team's performance. And I also talk a lot about that each session counts. Everything they do every day matters if you are going to play in the coming weekend. And I think that's what I also need to live up to, making sure that if you do a good training week and if you are present in everything we do, you definitely have a chance to play in the coming weekend.
Said all the right things. When he talked about his on the pre-match presser, he talked about, I played it, if the players' performance drops 5 to 10% compared to Arsenal, that could be bad. And then even they uploaded his pre-match conversation with the ladies in the locker room, and he repeated that to them. Hey, last week against Arsenal, yeah, that was a great situation, but think of that as our base. Like that's not a height. That's where we should always be, playing at that level, intensity, quality, mindset. That's us. So this week we need to either be that or greater, because if we drop, basically you're not being true to yourself. So just try to be focused on bringing yourself into every situation, every pass, every tackle, being aware and giving your all. And maybe it was the energy of last week, how they beat Arsenal, all of the emotional and mental fatigue. This game, first touch wasn't great. The passes weren't great. Like nobody had enough on any of the passes. All the passes kind of just like sputtered to each player. Yeah. And it was at Anfield. So I was like, the grass, the players, that nobody's been on the pitch for a week. Like, I was so confused at what was happening.
So Treb Tracy, my podmate on the 12, which is a WSL podcast that you should be listening to, has a theory about how a lot of teams, when they go into these larger stadiums and then they're not used to playing in there, like two things can happen. One, it throws off your sense of dimension, like similar to like when here in the United States where they play basketball in those football stadiums, throws off your sense of perception and your sight lines. And the second one is like a team that's not as successful, especially Liverpool, who's literally not had a point all season. Those matches are not well attended. So you're in this cavernous stadium with weird sight lines and like there's no energy in the building almost. So like it's not uncommon to like kind of be like play down that 5%, because that's usually energy that you would get from the crowd, even if you're on like away from home. Like you still like players are still able to feed off of that, but there's not that atmosphere within the stadium. Because I've been trying to Google what the attendance was for this match, but it was not like you could tell.
I was looking for that too.
They put everybody on one side, basically the side that the camera. So it looked like there were people there on camera when it's just like the side view when the ball's moving up and down. But once they did corners and everything, you're just like,
it was like, there's no one there. There is no one there.
Oh man! And I understand they're last in the league. They're not playing the best football. They got rid of Olivia Smith, Taylor Hines. It's a whole new squad that they need to learn.
Well, not just that. Like I think there was it from the
Catherine Battle?
Yeah, it was talking about how they're they got 100 or £1 million for Olivia Smith, but they essentially like spent all that money to get
on Gareth
Taylor, like on his contract. It was like that is what you're choosing to do with that. That's a choice. That's not a choice that I would make, but that's a choice that you can make, I guess.
I think they decided, because shout out to Ashley Page, who I had her on last week to do the match preview. She was like, yeah, it's good to have a like big name, like the previous manager for Manchester City. He has had success with them in the past. It's good to have that on the squad. Now there's something to hold your head high, but his style of football, there aren't many players on this team that can play this football, want to play this football. Well, I don't want to say what, because I don't know what the players want, but can play this football. And it is not similar to what they were playing. And it's just going to take some time. They look decent in the match. They had their moments. I mean, they scored. They were playing 5 back. 5. That's what I noticed immediately. There were 5 in the back line at all time. When they scored, it was 6. Like, it was insane. shout out to everybody who joined the watch along. Our women's watch alongs are like 10 times more viewed than our men's, but it's not surprising because there's so many other like big city content creators and podcasts that do watch along for the men, not so much with the women. But yeah, it was really nice. There were so many great people, especially at the end of the match. There were like a good like 10 people who showed up and they were just like rooting with us at the game and celebrating. It's always nice being able to connect with new people who find out who we are and what we do. And so it was nice. But yeah, the passing was bad. It was stressing me out. They were playing super defensive, trying to take their chances. But also City, I love Jade Rose. She is, yes, very much an upgrade to Gracie Pryor. But some of those passes that girl makes, it stresses me out.
Yes, I will say that is true. I think that like we can't be greedy and want such a massive upgrade over Gracie Pryor and like not realize that the upgrade that we have over Gracie Pryor is also 22 years old. Like she's not, It's not like she's a veteran of this league, knows what to expect. So like there are going to be things that she is going to learn. And like some of that is going to be maybe not making that pass back to Yamashita like that, or maybe not making that square pass to Alex Greenwood like with that little pace on it. Like, and that's just something she'll learn.
Yeah, and all I really do just put it down to trusting herself, trusting our teammates. It's very similar to the men last season where they were just kind of passing the ball in circles because they were just afraid to make a mistake that would lead to giving up a goal, which would be the mistake that would lead to the goal. So she's won in the second half of every game. Well, every game that she plays, and if she starts, first half it's always a little bit tight, the nerves. The second half she does so much better. There were a couple times where she had a couple runs. People would try to like cut her passing lanes, and she's like, "Okay, fine, then I'll step forward." Okay, you're going to give me more space. Okay, I'll keep stepping forward. Once she does that out of belief in herself, instead of just adjusting to what the team is the defenders are giving her, she will hit another level because it's almost like having two Greenwoods, except for she's faster than Greenwood. But Greenwood is so great with knocking the ball around. Jade Rose is so great at knocking the ball around. We know Wahhabi can knock the ball around. Yeah, Kasparai, there's so many players back in our defense now who are comfortable on the ball and can find whoever they need to.
It's interesting that you like talk about Kasparai, the defender. I think what like one of the things that not Seb Hines has done is kind of like unleashed her more in the attack. I said this on the 12. I will not stop calling him this until he gets hardware. Like that is the standard. Sorry.
That's fair. It is what it is. It is what it is. I like it. It's a fun thing. The day where he eventually earns his actual name from you, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be really weird.
Yeah, it'll be fantastic. But that day has not yet come. But I do like the way that he has kind of like unleashed Kasparai more into the attack. Like, I feel like he based off of, and I think that like he recognizes like, oh, Wahhabi is a great positional defender, and like she can whip in across, but like she's not that fast, and that's not the fullback that I would want to get like going up and down. So like I would rather let my more athletic fullback get up and down, and like you've seen the benefits of her doing that this season. You even saw it in this match, like that layoff that she got from Bunny that I really thought that she was going to score like in the first half. Like
there were a few of those moments where they probably
just
should
shot
have
it
scored.
right to her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Wahhabi positionally she's a fullback, but they just immediately just tell her to go up. They just go up, go forward. So then we can push Fugino in, whoever on the left, we can push them in. Same thing when Coombs eventually came in. she's a midfielder, but she was basically playing a winger. That's all Coombs was doing, was just making runs. Just run. And it was very similar to that's a lot of, because Liverpool were playing 5 at the back, 6 at the back with a really high line. All there really was to do, long ball, because couldn't really do much in midfield.
That was really weird that they defended with so many back, but like played with such a high line. Like it was like what they're so, all of them are so condensed, like between like the halfway mark and like outside of, like between the center circle and the top of the D, like that's where all their players were.
Yeah, and that's all they could really do. And I understand it. And it was just unfortunate because there were so many long balls that were just a little too far off, just a tiny bit off. And if any of them landed, it could have been goals. It just very unfortunate for the first half. Like, I believe it was 8 shots, 5 on goal, 2 big chances, and 2 big chances missed. Like that, it was a very, very frustrating first half. And the entire time, I was just saying, hey, we don't score, they're going to. Even though I don't think they had a single shot at goal in the first. Yeah, they had no shots on target, no big chances created.
0.0 XG. Like, yeah, they had nothing.
And that's what was so frustrating to see.
Well, and like Borgraf did make some good saves in this match.
Some great saves, yes.
Like, so
and made up for it in the second half, honestly. Because I mean, Liverpool, they were the ones who scored first, and that goal, everything leading up to it, stressed me out. Because first, Greenwood's on the ball, she gets bodied off of the ball. I did my thing where I just start stress groaning. Just like
did your Tina Belcher impersonation?
Yeah, because I knew what was coming. The second she got knocked off the ball, it was just like, the vibes are not great. So the ball ends up going out. Liverpool throw it in, swing it right, and Holland, she does a puts it in that aisle of uncertainty. What is it? What is that space? But she knocks it in. The ball floats. And the way that it's just floating, you can kind of see it's going to beat all of our defenders. Far post. It gave Capox time. She didn't even need to really make a run until she realized, oh, it's going to beat everybody. Let me crash the box and get my head to the ball, and flew past Yamashita. There really wasn't much she could do, but it was felt very like helpless.
You saw it on the replay, like you saw it like from each, like the face of every defender on the back line, like from Wahhabi to Greenwood to Rose to Kasparai, like you saw like all is like, oh, I'm not gonna get there, and then it was like you saw on Rose's face, like, oh shit, somebody's running, and then you saw it on Kasparai's face, oh shit, somebody's right there, and then Capox is like going for the header at that point. It was like, oosh, yeah. Great header. Like I feel like this is like, I say all the time that I feel like Kirsten Kasparai is one of the 2 players on this team that's like always where she's supposed to be, like always making the correct action. That was one of the few times that she did not make the correct action. And it was like, ooh, like, and I had just said it on the 12 last week too. So I was like, this is not reflecting well for that take.
Yeah, Kasparai overall has had an amazing season, and you are very much right. A lot of the players are talking the word, so as Jeggy uses the word adaptability a million times, the ladies, when talking about Jeggy, mention freedom. How much freedom they are giving them to move around, make choices, take chances. I mean, even in the game, a lot of that was frustrating me. It was like on the right, you had the young and exciting fast players. because he was swapping Yamashita and Bene a lot, but then for big chunks of the game on the right, it was Fujino, Bene, and Kasparai all on the right, kind of just trying to do their ones and twos. And then on the left, it was Wahhabi and Miedema doing their thing. And I was like, why do we have all the olds on one side? Because the ball wasn't flowing fast enough between them two, because Miedema plays like a freaking 90s, 2000s forward. Like, she takes the ball, she bodies up somebody, and by forward I mean basketball, sorry. She like takes the ball, bodies somebody, gets space, and then makes a pass or shoots. And then Wahhabi does the same thing.
It was very interesting, like the way, to me, like the way that the match opened up when they put Coombs in for Miedema.
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh, there's like an actual midfielder doing midfield things, as opposed to like a forward like trying to play, like as opposed to a forward playing in the midfield. So,
yeah, love Bib. Love her so much, but her as a 10, it's just not worth, especially with these young players who want to make the runs. I'm like, you can tell Coombs is healthy, because that's all. She made that run every single time, whether she got the ball or not. There were a couple of times where she would try to feed Bunny when she was off sides, or there were times where she wasn't making herself available like she thought she was. But other than that, like, shout out on her. She was making space. She was bringing defenders towards her. She was doing the right things when she came on, and I really do appreciate that.
You almost get the sense that it's like, oh, like I'm playing for a manager who like better understands my skill set, better understands the things that I can do, and is like letting me play with that freedom and like trust in my other midfield mates. Like Liverpool very rarely possess the ball in the middle of the park. Like, and that's all because of the work that you, Haskell, and Laura Blinkilde-Brown were doing. Like, so, right. I mean, she's really been like a revelation this season. Like, she has probably been like the most improved player in the squad so far this season, like, which is really saying something, because like Aba Fujino has really taken a step forward as well.
And we joke about CK seeing Aoba and Mary and everything, and her wanting to get out of there. And you can honestly say the same thing about Jess Park. Like, Jess Park got there, Bene showed up, when Kilday showed up, and she's balling, and she's like, bro, I don't know. Because when our pod first started, they're all just like, Sparky, she's going to come. The team's going to focus for her. And it almost like just bypassed her. You could kind of see between like Miedema and Ward last season, she kind of like lost her confidence. She wasn't playing with as much joy. I don't know if she was just overworked. Then this sudden move to United, where she's playing great, but it's like her and Millard are just able to cook, whereas she very much had to like share at City, and there are players who are doing what she could have done on the squad very well.
It's really funny that we had a 10-minute discussion about this on the 12, again, the 12, a WSL podcast that you should be listening to, about because it was based off of her UWSL match against Vålerenga, and I was like, well, one, like, yeah, she looks like she's cooking because she's fucking playing Vålerenga. It's not like she's like it's not like she's playing like OL Lyonnais or Barcelona or Arsenal like that. Like, she didn't even play in the Arsenal match that they played earlier this season. So like, against, quality competition, and like, I feel like Grace Clinton, as a larger player with two smaller midfielders already, that's like that's one of the reasons why Viv is so important, like especially like on set pieces and not just offensively, also defensively. Like just her size on those set pieces means something. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why she starts.
No, that's actually a great shout. And Blinky, she's just as tiny, if not tinier, than Yui, but both of them get in there. Like Blinky runs into players to take the ball away from them. Like there's no like her trying to
she does not shy away from contact, which I very much appreciate.
Y'all know, like, and listeners, yes, I've been very quiet because I didn't get to watch the match live, so Tom and Crunk been cooking. But I thought about little chihuahuas, and that's what I think they are in the midfield, or like Yorkies, right? You ever like around an angry set of Yorkies? They are some bastards, like, and that's what our little midfield is. That little double pivot, they don't mess around
at all.
They're at your ankles, nipping at you, biting, barking, just ridiculous.
Yeah, I've just been super amazed by Blinkilde because she just is everywhere, and she's running up and down the pitch. She's doing all that energy, which frees up Yui to kind of be more purposeful with what she's doing and her talent. It's been great. Miedema, as much as I'm like down on her in general, some of the passes she makes every match, I'm just like, sheesh. She made two in particular, right? And I think they were both to Fugino, where there was one where she just kind of like cut it through a player's leg, and Fugino had the shot on goal. That was the one I think in the 41st minute. And then there's one in the early of the first half where it was just tons of space, and she just turned and just laid it off to the player, and they weren't able to score. But these are the opportunities that is what Miedema is there for, to when she can quickly receive the ball and react instead of trying to like hold the ball, slow things down. We have too many players who want to run, who are forward, they want to attack, and when she slows things down, it just gets a little like tough. It's hard to predict your runs when she's like constantly putting everybody off sides type of vibes. Yeah. But City's goals. Ooh. Miedema is subbed off for Coombs in the 61st minute. We talked about that. 64th minute is Benet's goal, which probably should not have happened if we're being real. Wahhabi sends a cross in. Bunny heads the ball towards goal. It looked like it was going wide. It did not look like it was at goal. Borgraf makes a dive. She parries the ball away, but she's now on the ground, having to make such a crazy dive. She's out of the way. Benet blasts the ball top over the keeper into the goal. Wild angle. It's super great. And even post-match, they had Benet did the clip where you watch your goal and you describe what you did, why they did it. And she even said it. She's like, hey, I know the keeper was on the ground, so I had to hit it up high, and I had to just hit it as hard as I could. It all seemed so quick. And I just thought she lashed at it, but she was mindful enough to place it where she did to score. And again, she's 19. Like, what are we doing? Like, who are these monsters? Like, shout out to City Scouting team. Like, they're doing great jobs at getting these young players who still have so much promise, but are killers right now.
Which is really interesting when you think about one of the things that I believe that Therese Sjorgen herself said it, that because of Brexit, the age of the player that they can get in has to be 18. So it's more difficult to get that. Like, you know, we've seen in NWSL players like Olivia Moultrie and Jaden Shaw, like come, and even to an extent Mal Pugh, like come in as teenagers to these squads. Whereas, and then some of those teenagers have been able to go overseas if they wanted to. Whereas, you see these other squads, these English squads, because of Brexit, they can only bring in those international players that are like over 18. So it's a little bit more difficult to like scout, like you have to scout academies and then like, okay, we're going to make our move here and then hope that another club like doesn't come and, you know, grab that player up first.
Yeah, almost turns into a bidding war type of thing. And
but you can't bid on those players until like they are 18. So like it's like, can you wait at 16? It's like, you know, I could get like I'm a La Masia product. I could get minutes in France if I wanted to. Whereas like, you know, it's like once you're 18, you can come, you know, over to England, and they're like, nah, I'm not gonna wait that long.
Exactly. Yeah. Fujino's goal, the game winner. Dene had just came off. She was like grabbing a toe ankle. I thought she was out, and I was very worried because the team was already pretty thin. But she came right back in. Immediately was fed the ball. She finds Lohman, who is a little bit outside the box. Fujino crashes, makes a run. Shout out to Lohman. Leads her with the pass perfectly, weighted, where Fujino didn't have to make a touch. She could just gather herself on her lead up and just blast the ball past the keeper, scoring. And just the energy, the joy, Bene, Fujino, Lohman, everybody's just kind of like together, hugging, so happy. Like it was great.
I think after the badge tap, like I'm gonna think of things in context of like, oh, those are your replacements, Chloe. Those are your replacements. And so like seeing those moments of joy, like from those players, like knowing that they are like both of them under 21, like essentially Chloe Kelly's replacements, like on either wing, and knowing that they have the flexibility to switch wings if they want to. It puts a lot of things into context for me. And I know that Treb said on the last show that we as City fans were overreacting to the badge tap, and I know that I did not. I don't know. I haven't listened to the episode back yet, so I'm not sure what you gentlemen said about it. But like, I get that she came up with through Arsenal's academy. That's just not professional. You don't like. I think I might have been okay with it if it was at the Emirates, but the fact that it was at the Joy, like that's what really bothered me. I think the most. Like, do it. Do it at your crib. Don't do it at you. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I was with
Sharpie
you.
Said we gotta stop regulating celebrations.
Yeah.
We gotta let folks celebrate the way they want to celebrate.
And
that was my take.
Yeah, and I was angry last week, but like shout out to DT3. He was talking about it in the comments and was like, bro, what are you expecting from her? She is literally a shithouser. Like, she is who she is. Why are you expecting anything different from her? And I was like, that's right. That's fair. That's fair. She is who she is. Why was I expecting something different from her? Like, she's too old to be changing her spots.
Here's the thing about her. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say you just thought that she won't do it to us because she had this connection, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. She's moved on, and whatever was is no longer, and so I'm gonna give it my all.
But I think that's what. But again, I wasn't upset that she celebrated. Celebrate. It was just like the intensity. Like it was like out of 10, the celebration was a 15, and then that's why I was just like.
But what's wrong with that, though? I still don't get the problem with that. Not just from you, Crunk. I'm saying, like, I know Tom was against. Like, that's the beauty of sport. Like, I have come back to the place that got rid of me, that the manager did not play me. He picked other people over me. I go back here. Obviously, we won the hardware. We'll never forget the confetti picture. And I just scored a rocket on y'all, like a golazo. Like, if she was to do the, like, no celebration, I think that would have been so. I hate that about football. That is the most annoying thing ever. Don't take away my joy because of y'all, your feeling.
But again, I don't want her to not celebrate. Like, yeah.
Then why, but you never say this about. You don't go about like somebody be less intense about a celebration. She tied the game up. What is she supposed to do? Be like, yeah, good job.
Come on, bro. Control it. There's still somewhere. It's
anyway, we're here. You're right. What was I was
You know what? You are right. She's always been a shithouser, and right now her club is below Arsenal, below Tottenham in the table, and that's really all that I have to say.
It's been like a month too. It's been like a month.
Funny story about her. She also just doesn't play. Listen to how much she's played in the last few matches. Brighton, 89th minute sub, played 1 minute. In Champions League, 55th minute sub. Notice the theme here. Against us, she was a sub with 22 minutes to go. And Aston Villa, she was a sub with 3 minutes to go. You see what I'm saying? She doesn't even start for Arsenal. Like, she's not like that good. And if she was, she'll be starting. Like, we got rid of a player who was on the back end of her career, and Gareth Taylor saw it. He's like, yo, you're not better than Alba or Mary. Sorry. And yeah, you got to go. Like, so yeah, you won a trophy, but it's like the group project, everybody don't do the same amount of work, you know? Some people just part of the group. And that's okay. Like, we all get the medal, we all get the trophy, but did you really contribute that much? I don't know. It's cool. She's a super sub. She's like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but a woman. It's great.
That's hilarious.
She's Stina Blackstenius, but for the wing.
But exactly. English Stina. There you go. Respect the trophy, though.
Yeah, respect the trophy. Post-match, Laura Blinkhilde Brown, she was the player of the match. I do have a little bit from her in her interview.
I think at the end of the day, a game's 90 minutes, so if we don't score within the first half, then it's not the end of the world, and as long as we carry on, and that's what we did, and we never gave up as a team, and we got the win, which is good. I've really tried to work on my out of possession this year, especially playing in a deeper role in the midfield alongside Yui. That's something I've really tried to work on, and it is a different role, but I'm really enjoying that role. We have really good team spirit, and we always find a way, and sometimes those wins are better. So yeah, it's really high at the moment.
Such a young player, but already talking like a vet. I love it.
You can tell that she is in fact enjoying playing deeper in the midfield, which when you put a player further away from goal, they're not really into it as much. But I feel like this just seems to be the right confluence of events, with the right manager, with the right scheme, with the right player, and who has the right attitude, sort of thing. I think she's understanding what her role in the team is and how important it is. So I think she's really taking to it very well.
Yeah.
And we talked about, she doesn't shy away from contact. So it kind of works perfect.
Yeah. I just love having such a tiny little double pivot, but just straight jacking the ball. There's been so many times she's just run up to the person and all of a sudden she has the ball and she's getting away with it. Or how quickly, there was one moment in the game, I don't remember exactly when, but the ball was coming to her. Her back was to the defender. She received it with her right or her left, received it with her left, calmed the ball, and then immediately sprayed it with her right before the defender could even get a hand on her. It was just so smooth and quick, and that's just what she does. Is between Yui being able to just spin off of any defender, and then Blinky able to keep the ball moving before any defender can get near her. It just has teams chasing shadows. And yeah, I just love this team.
Then if we could just get a real 10, think about when Mary comes back. We have an actual real life 10 and not.
I don't ever think we're going to be fully healthy. I'm resigned to that fact because it hasn't happened. I haven't seen it for 2 seasons. I don't expect full health.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. And I also think that the stretch run, for April and May, we'll have Mary back. But we'll have her back. Because the Asian Cup will be done by then. And so then being able to have her back on the stretch run, and then she's already going to have played probably some minutes for Australia by then.
I hope so.
So she'll be in form.
I hope so.
Right.
City in second place. It does feel a bit odd, unexpected, and ahead of schedule. But then if you think about last season, the players were talking about lifting trophies. We saw how that played out, which made me temper our expectation for the season. And as much as rivals and media can attempt to discredit or minimize what these ladies are doing right now. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I got some league stats for you, and let's start with player stats. Bunny Shaw is second in the Golden Boot race, 1 goal behind Melvin Millard, so shout out to her. Bunny also leads the league in XG with 5.4. Millard is 3.6. Jade Rose is second in accurate passes per 90. Aman Benet is second in successful dribbles per 90. Sid Lohman is third. How about some team stats? They lead the league in goals per match. They're first in XG at 15.3. Chelsea second at 13.7. City are first in shots on target per match, first in big chances created with 27, 9 more than United, who is in second place. First in big chances missed with 16, 4 more than United in second. And then we're first in penalties awarded, first in possession won in the final third per match. They're putting themselves in good positions. They're just missing with the final product. That will come. New players join the team, immediately contributing to the team. It's just one of these situations where the quality gap between first and 12th in the WSL isn't as wide as previous seasons. I'm never doubting Chelsea, considering their modern league dominance, but I will say watching them struggle ball to 1-goal wins every week does give me the smallest bit of hope.
I get why they want to fight their manager, bro. Like every Chelsea women's fan I know calls that lady Sonia Bonpastor everything but a child of God.
It's one of the best quotes ever in the Black community. It's so real.
They be wanting to fight that. They be wanting to fight that lady, and
they really do play some bad football. With the players that they have on that squad.
Well, that and the fact that like the players that they have, yes, the players that they have on the squad, but like the way that they rehabilitate those players, like, I mean, if I'll put it this way, if I'm not able to see Naomi Girma at CPKC Stadium because of some shit that Sonia did, I will be pissed. And it just came out today that Khadijah Buchanan suffered a setback in the recovery for her injury. So, like, and I know Casey Stoney can fight. I don't know if it's Sonia Bonpastor can fight, but I know for a fact that Casey Stoney can fight, and Casey Stoney will fight that lady.
Funny stuff.
Yeah, it's wild, and even Alyssa Thompson, she's balling out at Chelsea, and I hate it. But like she's balling out, but nothing's coming from it. She's having all these runs, she's embarrassing all these defenders. And she's putting these crosses in. She's creating these chances for them, and nothing comes of it.
Yeah, I said on the 12 that like essentially for the league, it's a 4-team table, like Chelsea, Arsenal, United, City, right? And like you play, there's 18 points available, like for all of in that table. I think that then the first team to 14 or 15 is probably going to win. I'm not sure that City's going to get to 15, especially like losing on the road to Chelsea, because like getting to that 15 means that you win all of your home matches and like you sneak some points on the road, right? I'm not sure that like they're going to get like the top of the table. Now, that being stated, the goal is to not get relegated, not to get the 4th place spot, so you're in the Champions League qualification playoff. So as we have positioned ourselves, like with the win against Arsenal, to be able to say like, okay, we can firmly put ourselves in one of these places so that we can make sure that we are in the Champions League next year.
Correct. And continue building that squad in the season.
Right.
All right. The sweet onion chicken teriyaki with foot long cookie cup is on Sunday. Manchester City
I
travel
was
north.
like, wow, we got sponsored. Finally, it happened. Let's go.
I had Subway earlier tonight. I was like, damn, I could have had it for free. What?
Shades of Blue is
Right.
brought to
We
you
get
by
one of them, you know how like Chipotle has those cars that all the athletes have that they just get unlimited burritos. We get a Subway car, we just get unlimited Subway. Come on, let's go.
I do that. I haven't had Subway in years, but I do
Me
it.
neither, but if they're gonna sponsor the pod, then let's do it.
Big fat.
Eat a sandwich every day.
Hey, this body was made by Subway, okay? Love Subway.
Yeah, Man City, they travel north to play Newcastle United at Gateshead International Stadium. It actually holds 12,000. So it's a bigger stadium than the Joy. Newcastle, they were promoted to the WSL 2 from the National League Northern Premier Division. They sit in ninth. They started the season with a 2-1 win on the road, but since then they've had 3 draws and 3 losses. One of those losses was in the Subway Cup to the team that they had won against. We'll see Aof Mannion and Demi Stokes. They play at Newcastle. They have been, yeah. So Demi Stokes more than Aof, even though.
Oh, for certain, but yeah, because I hope that we find and isolate Mannion, and yes, for those shitty tackles, like isolate her because we know that she has no speed, no pace.
Yeah. It's gonna be really fun to watch Benet or whoever go against her next week. It's gonna be very fun to watch that. In Newcastle, they currently concede more goals than they score at the moment. They're conceding 1.8 goals a match and are scoring 1.5 goals a match. So this should be an easy City win. It's a short trip up north at that. But also I thought we would do better against Liverpool. How do you see this match going? Score predictions?
I feel like there's a large talent gap between WSL and WSL2, or formerly the championship. And I think that when in these matches you get to see what that talent gap is. And I think that even with an injured squad, you're going to see that talent gap again. And I think that we're going to score a lot of goals. So I got 4-1 City win.
Ooh.
Do you think any of these teams will be able to do? Because again, I think they're changing the promotion relegation this season, right?
Yeah, the promotion, so they're going to bring up two. They're going to bring up 2 teams, and then the third place team is going to go into a playoff match against the last place WSL team. But
so
even
kind of like Germany.
Yeah, like that sounds like Bundesliga.
Yeah. Even still, like the top of the table in WSL2 is Charlton, Birmingham City, and Southampton. I think that like Charlton is in first place, and they played West Ham in this competition. West Ham, they have no points at all. West Ham, and they beat Charlton 5-1 in this competition. Mm-hmm. So like, even that third, like if this is how the season plays out and Southampton ends up being the third place team, it would be very difficult to see a world in which like a team like West Ham or a team like Liverpool didn't handily dispatch that team.
So wait, so basically what Tarik just said is that the WSL is growing from 12 to 14 next season.
Correct. Yes.
Just making sure. Okay, got it. Make sure I was doing the math right. Okay, but the third place spot will be up to grabs. Okay, fun. I like it. More games, more goals.
Right.
More, less long
what
breaks.
I was trying to understand, and it sounds like the answer is no. We talk about on the men's side, we've had for years, all the clubs that come up basically go right back down. None of the 3 promoted teams do anything. They immediately get relegated. So far this year, those teams are doing better. But what should we expect from this, from on the women's side when these teams come up? Is there any hope for them? It doesn't sound like there really is. Not yet, at least.
Like, not now. Like, but I think that this is going to be the one year that this is like this, where where you have this this playoff match. I don't think that there's like for the end of the 2026-2027 season. I don't believe that there's plans to keep the playoff match. I think it'll just be.
I thought that just how it was going to be from now on. Is they were going to have a play-in game.
I'm not. I don't know that for sure. I'll have to look.
Well, you guys said that. I was pretty sure that was just the rule that they were going to have, because I think it's just a way for them to try to figure out how to make the game more exciting, make teams in the WSL to feel like they have a better chance to make it into the WSL, to actually put money into their teams.
Okay, that would make sense.
Because that's the only way they can really incentivize half these teams if we're doing that.
That's true. Well, and I think one of the things that you are going to see is that because the league is going to expand, that means that the coefficient is going to get larger. So, like, it won't just be like the team that wins the WSL is the only team that doesn't have to go to the UCL playoff for the qualification to get into the league table,
which will be nice.
Yeah,
it just makes it a little less stressful.
Like, I believe that France's league, they because of the size of their league and their history of their league, they get 4 teams into the Champions League, and like, it's when you think about it, it's like those teams are not very good. Like, that's traditionally been a 2-team league, although PSG looks
not great this season.
They looks not great. They don't look great.
Not great.
And what's even crazier is that, like, you would think that their neighbors, Paris FC, would be ready to pounce on that, and they are not doing as well either.
No. All right. Hey, well, that's an episode. This was nice.
Love it.
So back to a full slate of games next week. Make sure you rate, review, subscribe, comment, share on some social media that you're listening to us. That is always great. Subscribe to our Patreon, $6 a month. So many episodes coming out from fantastic people for you guys. And I think I'm going to be joining 50 Plus Donor for their Mascot Mania stream. So what they do is they take WWE's video game and they create wrestlers using German mascots. And they just do random, they let the computer play. So nobody plays it. They let the computer play. They pick the matches on random, and then they just let them fight, and we all just do like commentary. It is chaotic. It is hilarious. It's fantastic. They work very hard to make these mascots look as accurate as you can that the game that allows you, but they are like people with like horse heads and stuff like that. It's absolutely wild. It's really fun. So check it out. It'll be a good time. Show Bros, let people know where they can find you and the things that you do. Thom Bomb, let's start with you.
If there is a social media platform and I use it, my username will be @ThomBomb816. You can find me there, and you can probably find me at CPKC Stadium or doing some work over for Shea Butter FC and their newsletter and The Current Moment.
Jamaican Tom out here. So many jobs. You can you can find me at simple place at Sharpie Charlie. I only do one podcast. Sorry, I'm not like the rest of you all with all your multi-talented.
You want to jump on another one? I get you on.
No, I'm good. It's enough.
Like, I got.
I'm here with y'all, and then I do some watch-alongs with y'all, and y'all are all I need to see. But no, at Sharpie Charlie, I'm out.
I was going to say, I think the U.S. plays tomorrow night against Australia, so I'll be jumping on with some of the Australian folks from Mancunian Way.
International Tarik.
Yeah, kind of a U.S. versus Australia. But the reality is, I really don't even care. So it's kind of like I'm just doing it because it's there to do. Anyway, you can find me on the different places at Tarik Peterson, TarikPeterson, at Tarik Peterson on all the different stuff, all the things.
And follow the podcast at Shades of Blue NW on so many of these social apps. Find us at Shades of Blue NW. Until next time, you know the vibes. You know the vibes. Shady gang, shady gang, shady gang.